Hey everybody, welcome to Tea Tuesday. My name is Keisha and this is my channel, Stevia Green's Homestead, and I welcome you. It's been a while since I made a tea video, and I recently was watching a video about using basil for tea, and I thought that was really interesting. So I decided I would make a tea video so that I can try basil tea for you guys and let you know what I think, and at the same time give you some of the health benefits and things for it. So you guys, I have some basil here that a dear friend of mine, Sue, hi Sue, gave me. She was very generous in sharing this with me, and so I'm going to be using this basil. I believe this variety is sweet basil, but I'm not 100% sure because it was a volunteer in her garden, but it looks like sweet basil. So that's what I'm going to be using, but you can use any variety of basil you choose. And actually the flavor profile changes with different varieties of basil. So if you use like a cinnamon basil or a holy basil or like a opal basil or whatever, it's gonna have a little bit different flavor to it or taste the same. So I thought that was interesting. I am finding that I have a really genuine love for basil. Not only does it smell really good, and I've used basil for years when I'm making marinara sauces and stuff, and I never once thought about using it for tea. And so I just thought, wow, that just adds to the value of this particular plant and the uses that we have for it. Not only as an herb to spice up and add flavor to our foods, but also to use it as a tea, and the health benefits is really, really good. Anyways, you guys, later on in this video, I am gonna share with you another great way of using basil. Okay, so right now I'm going to share with you some of the benefits of using basil for tea. Basil has a lot of good health benefits, and this list is not exhaustive. Believe me, there's so many more benefits to using basil. This is only, a handful of benefits that I'm going to share with you. Basil cures fever, treats respiratory disorders, treats asthma, cures lung disorders, improves heart health, relieves stress, improves oral health, basil and dental health, maintains kidney health, improves skin health, relieves headache. It has anti-aging properties, boosts immunity system, it's good for your eye health, fights cancer, and balances hormones. It also helps certain skin conditions, helps with joint conditions, it helps with your gastrointestinal conditions and respiratory issues. So when you get a chance, Google it and look it up for yourself and do a little research and see what all, it's so much more. So I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna prepare this tea. I'm gonna take out my little basket. You guys know I love my tea kettle that I got at a thrift store while I was on vacation. So these are fresh basil leaves that I'm going to be using. I am going to put in the flower as well as the stem and leaves because there's so much flavor in all of it. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but basil flowers, and I just found this out, basil flowers are completely edible. Didn't know that. And in fact, you can put basil flowers on top of a fresh salad to give it some additional flavor and to make it look pretty. You can also add the flowers into sauces and things like that when you're cooking. I just never knew. And when you add the flowers inside for tea, it actually helps give off, some additional basil flavor to your tea. So you don't even have to use just the leaves. You can use the flowers only if you chose. They're a little milder in their flavor, but they work just as fine. You can dry the leaves and make tea out of the dried leaves. So what I'm discovering is using dried leaves during the off season is the best way to be able to still enjoy a lot of things that we can use for tea. So like right now, basil is going to start winding down. It dies off when the frost hits. And so if I take and plan for it ahead of time, take these leaves and flowers and dry them, dehydrate them, or let them air dry, and I can bag them up and save them, so during the winter I can still enjoy some basil tea. I mean, it makes sense, right? And then during the on season, when I can use the fresh leaves, then I can just make a batch of fresh leaf basil tea because I have so many. So I know there's a lot of you cooks out there, when you're growing your basil and you dehydrate the leaves so that you can make dried basil leaves to add to your marinara sauces and stuff. So when you're dehydrating those leaves, put some aside so that you can use it for tea. Very simple. So let me get some hot boiling water. My husband always tells me about this. I have to mention I have an Insta-Hot spigot. And so what it does is it puts out boiling hot water instantly. So this water, you can, I don't know if you can see already, it's steamy because it's boiling hot. I am going to add that to this basil leaves and flour. Oh man, the smell. I love the smell of basil. It has such a potent, very potent smell, but it's a good smell. Just make sure that's all pushed down in there. So all I did was add 4 cups of water to this, and I am gonna let this steep. You know, usually they tell you let it steep for like 5 minutes. It's just not long enough. The longer that you let this steep, the better, because it will release more of the flavor of the basil or whatever it is that your tea that you're making. It will release more of the flavor for you to enjoy. So I usually let them go 30 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna get everything set up so I can show you another way you can use fresh basil. Okay, you guys, welcome back. And this is a secondary way that I use fresh basil. So I had, like I said before, I recently saw a video, watched a video about basil tea, and I got this great idea, like, well, if it's good in tea, you know, it seems like it would be good in lemonade. So I decided to add some basil sprigs to some lemonade that I made for my farm to table dinner fundraiser that I was involved in, and it was a hit, you guys. People loved it. That lemonade went pretty fast, so I was pretty pleased with that. And so I thought, well, I'll share that with you guys too. I'm not making homemade fresh lemonade. I have just this powder here right now, but it'll still serve its purpose. Now I also have some other things here as well. I have here on my plate a slice of lemon, but I also have another ingredient that I'm excited to share with you guys. So I made this lemonade with basil for a party that I went to yesterday, and I decided, you know, it's a hot day, it was triple digits, and I heard that hot peppers are good for hot days because it opens you up and it helps you to cool down. So I was like, well, why not just add a little spice to my lemonade, my basil lemonade? And that's what I did, and that was a hit too. Everybody loved it, so I'm sharing that with you today as well. So I have this nice little habanero pepper here that I'm gonna be adding to my lemonade. And I know there's gonna be a lot of you that are gonna be really squeamish because I'm not using gloves with this habanero pepper, but it's okay. It's okay, really. I'm gonna be all right. So I'm just gonna scoop out these seeds, and I am gonna cut a piece off of this, and not a very big piece, because these peppers are very potent. I'm not even using this whole pepper. I think in that lemonade that I made for the party yesterday, I used 2 whole habanero peppers, not with the seeds. And it was just perfect for, I think that's a 2-gallon dispenser. It was just perfect for that. So yeah, I'm not trying to hurt myself, and definitely not on video. So I'm not even gonna measure this too much, you guys. I'm just gonna add some lemonade to this, and now I'm gonna go get some water. Okay, I'm back. I just thought this would be a great time for me, while we're waiting for that tea to steep, to show you guys another way that I use this basil. So now I have my water in here and my lemonade powder. Now, by all means, I love homemade fresh lemonade, so you can do that. You don't have to use the powder like I'm doing. I'm just using this because that's what I have here right now. So, and because I don't like to use a whole lot of those powders to make it really sweet, then I have made this Stevia extract from my garden, from Stevia that I grew in my garden. And so I'm gonna add a little of this. You guys, you know what? I just really wanted to show you and show off my Stevia extract. I am so proud of this because I use this in my coffee. I use this in everything. I did use this in my the lemonade that I made yesterday, and it was just a hit. If you don't know about Stevia, homegrown Stevia, I know they sell it in the store, but that stuff is so processed and everything and has a bad aftertaste or bitterness to it. If you get a chance to grow some Stevia in your garden, do it. It's worth it. First of all, Stevia, unlike sugar, Stevia is 0 calories. It's less than a gram of carbs. It has fiber in it. It's all natural. It has 0 effect on your blood sugar level. It's very, extremely, intensely sweet, which is a good thing because a little goes a long way. But you can grow this and boil the leaves and make an extract out of it and use this in your cooking and when you're making drinks and stuff, and it works great. So I'm gonna give that a stir, which that will then make this a sweeter drink. And then I am going to add this little piece of pepper, habanero pepper, and it doesn't take a lot of basil to add flavor to the lemonade. All I'm doing right now is just scoring the leaf to release a lot of the juices that are contained in the leaf and the flavor, so that I can add that to this lemonade. I think I'll use 2 leaves. And all the rest of these, some of these are already drying on this plant that my friend gave me, so I'm going to continue to dry them so that I can have some dried basil to add to my tea blends that I've mixed. So there, I've added that, and you know, we got to make it look a little special, right? We're going to add that little lemon on there like that. So this is it, you guys. Fresh basil and habanero, a little sliver of habanero, and some lemonade. And you guys want to talk about a refreshing drink? Oh my goodness. It's so refreshing. And you know what? It tastes really, really good. It will blow your mind how good this tastes. Now the habanero adds a little spicy kick. So when you're drinking it, you'll feel that little bit of bite of heat in the back of your throat. And it just adds some really good interest, and it makes the drink really good. Now, the only way that you can make this better, and this tip is for you, Cousin Sherman, because I know you love these tea videos, and I know you're going to be watching this video, so this is for you, cousin. When you're entertaining the ladies, you can add a little bit of citrus vodka to this. Oh my goodness. It's really, really good, and it will really impress whoever you're making this for. So that one's for you, Cousin Sherman. But you guys, this lemonade, let me see. I've only sat here and talked maybe like 5 minutes. And already that basil flavor is infusing into this drink, and the pepper. Already it's starting to kick in. But if you let this sit, let's say you make a picture of it to entertain some people you have over for dinner or whatever, and you make a picture of it, the longer you let this sit with these ingredients in it, the more they permeate the lemonade. And it's just so good. It just continues to get better and better and better during the course of you serving these drinks to people. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I will be back when the basil tea is ready so I can give you my review on it. Okay, you guys, so I'm back, and I think I let it steep for almost an hour. I'm going to head and pour this. Now, of course, you can add this to any other tea blends that you have, but this looks really good. It smells really good. So I am going to give this a taste. Okay. That tastes really good. I can't describe to you what it tastes like though. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. When it first hits my tongue, it has like a butterscotch taste to me. Like a butterscotch flavor. And then the basil flavor hits. It's weird. Yeah. That's so weird. But you guys, it tastes really good. And the benefits are just outstanding. Another good thing about this, or any tea, as you know, you can drink it hot or you can drink it cold. Completely up to you. But with some lemon, this would really be good with some lemon. If you wanted to add a little sweetener to it, you could, but it's not necessary. If you wanted to spice it up and add some hot pepper to it, oh man. Or even use some dried pepper leaves, which I do have a video for that, how to make pepper leaf tea. In fact, if you haven't watched any of my tea series, I have a playlist, so it makes it easier for you to find all the tea videos that I made of things that we could use from our garden. I highly recommend that you try this. Wow, basil tea. It's good and good for you. So I guess that's all I have to say for this video. I have some good news for you though. Next Tuesday, I will have another tea video for you using another fresh leaf from an item in my garden that's growing right now. So it's gonna be a good one. So I will see you again back here next Tuesday for Tea Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, you guys, God bless.